Well, today is the last day of our journey and one last change. You see, Plymouth didn't have fuel. So we're going to have to make a stop at the Boston Harbor in Massachusetts to fuel up, and the yacht needs water as well. And did I mention as we leave Plymouth that Plymouth is bordered by Cape Cod? Probably not. So as we mosey on out of here towards Boston, we're headed through the Cape to the southern entrance of the Cape Cod Canal. Now, Cape Cod is a geographic cape extending into the Atlantic Ocean from the southeastern corner of mainland Massachusetts in the northeastern United States, and extends from Provincetown in the northeast to Woods Hole in the southwest. Plymouth borders it to the northwest. Since 1914, most of Cape Cod has been separated from the mainland by the Cape Cod Canal. The canal cuts 7 miles roughly across the base of the peninsula through small portions of the Cape Cod towns of Bourne and Sandwich, which lie on the mainland side of the canal. And there it is, the southern entrance to the Cape Cod Canal. The Cape Cod Canal is an artificial waterway in the U.S. state of Massachusetts, connecting Cape Cod Bay in the north to Buzzards Bay in the south, and is part of the Atlantic Intercoastal Waterway. The approximately 7-mile-long canal goes through the narrow neck of land joining Cape Cod to the state's mainland. Most of its length follows tidal rivers that were widened to 480 feet and deepened to 32 feet, which saves 135 miles off the journey around the Cape. The canal has gates at each end of it, and has dolphins and the endangered North Atlantic whales pass through it from time to time. If a whale is seen inside the canal, then the canal is closed, and everybody has to make that 135-mile trip around the Cape to get to the other side. But that's not the case today. No white whales, we're good to go, and a boat actually approached us and said, okay, you're good to go. Really? But we're going through it now, and it's pretty cool, and the waters are nice and calm. Wow, this is a nice little trip to the canal here, but everything must end. Yeah. Now I can see the northern end of the canal coming up. We're going to be exiting. The ocean looks a little bumpy. Wow. So we got all these tidal waters nice and calm, and now we're going to be in for a little bumpy ride coming up here. So everybody hold on to your hats. Here we go. Whoa. Well, there goes everything off the kitchen counter. I'm not worried too much about the toaster oven and the butter and the sugar and that stuff. Or the glasses. I think some broke. I'm not sure, but it sounded like it. But I am worried about one thing, the coffee pot. I hope that made it. Whoa. It's not even noon yet, and we're entering Boston Harbor. And not a minute too soon, I gotta say. It's nice and calm here, and it's rich in American history. In 1630, Puritan colonists from England founded Boston, which quickly became the political, commercial, financial, religious, and educational center of the New England region. The American Revolution began in Boston because of high taxes which the king imposed upon them. The Stamp Act of 1765 was the first internal tax levied directly on American colonists by the British Parliament. The act, which imposed a tax on all paper documents in the colonies, came 2 years after the British Empire won the 7 Years' War with France, which lasted from 1756 to 1763, and it also left the British in deep debt. The conflict began when the British sought to expand into territory claimed by the French in North America. The British looked at the war as protecting the colonists, so after defeating the French, they figured the colonists should help pay for the conflict. The colonists, on the other hand, didn't have any representation in the British Parliament to argue against the tax. So when tea was taxed, enough was enough, and American colonists, frustrated and angry at Britain for imposing taxation without representation, dumped 342 chests of tea imported by the British East India Company into the harbor, which is famously known as the Boston Tea Party. Now that we're all fueled up, we're leaving Boston Harbor, and we're underway to our final destination, Freeport, Maine. I noticed that the weather's much better, the waves are a lot smaller, and we're going to be there before you know it. Our trip's coming to an end, and we are entering the harbor of Freeport, Maine. And what's Maine known for? Well, lobsters and blueberries, that's for sure. And Maine is also known because of how many islands it has. It has over 3,100 islands. Of course, anything sticking out of the water they consider an island, so, you know. But that's what Maine is known for, islands as well. But what is Freeport, Maine known for? Well, Freeport, Maine is the home of LL Bean. LL Bean was founded in 1912 by its namesake, hunter and fisherman, Leon Wood Bean, in Freeport, Maine. The company began as a one-room operation, selling a single product, the Maine hunting shoe, also known as duck boots, and later as bean boots. Bean had developed a waterproof boot, which is a combination of lightweight leather uppers and rubber bottoms that he sold to hunters. He obtained a list of non-resident Maine hunting license holders, prepared a descriptive mail-order circular, set up a shop in his brother's basement in Freeport, and started a nationwide mail-order business. By 1912, he was selling the Bean boot through a 4-page mail-order catalog, and the boot remains a staple of the company's outdoor image to this day. Now, defects in the initial design led to 90% of the original production run being returned, but Bean honored his money-back guarantee. He fixed the defect and continued to sell them. And I have a pair of them right here. Just by chance, this is it, the Bean boot. Now you see up here you got leather, you know, I got the leather going on, and this is rubber down here, waterproof right here. See? Now there it is, the Bean boot. Not a bad trip. Very educational. It was fun, and I was lucky to do it with a group of great people. So, now I guess I gotta go because that trip kind of tuckered me out, and it's time for my nap. But I want to thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to the next time we all get together on the Children's Corner. Must be a pillow around here somewhere. I'll take it.